What's up, homies? What's up? A little bit out of tune there at the end. What is happening, guys? Let me stop the video. Did I do it? Fail. How is it going, guys? Welcome back. It's after Christmas now, so hope you all had a great little Christmas break and all that stuff. And I'm back with 5 riffs you should never play at a guitar store and how to play them. Now this is totally just a joke, obviously. Not trying to like get a dig in on anybody who just knows these riffs or anything like that. Just for fun, man. We're just here to rock out. So here are 5 riffs that you should never play. You should never play these riffs, and I'm going to show you how to never play these riffs. Let's go. Alrighty, so how do we play all of this stuff? So the first one is, of course, Sweet Home Alabama. So that's definitely an overused guitar riff, and I mean I love Leonard Skinner and 38 Special and all those guys, all the Van Zandt brothers. I think the 38 Special guy was a Van Zandt brother. Anyways, this one is you know, I tend to use my neck pickup, get that twangy kind of sound. Real slow would be like this. Now, to play that riff, and I've seen some people play it differently than that. Some people use like almost like a ghost note. You know, I'm using open, so it's sort of with a D sus2 chord. So I'm going to play the open D string twice. Then I go to 3rd fret on the B, 2nd fret on the G, then back to open D. So then I go to the A string and I'm going to play 3, open 3. This is, to me, kind of transitioning to a C chord. Then I'm going to go back to 3rd fret on the B, and open G and open D this time. So now I'm going to go up to the low B string. Now we're kind of going to a G. We're going to go 3, open 3 on the low. Open G. Okay, so now I'm going to play open G again. Open hammer on 2 on the A. So after you play that open G again, you're getting this little run here. This is actually kind of a little tricky run. It goes open hammer on 2 on the A, then you go to the D, open 2. So Then you go to 2 on the A. Then you kind of skip a string, you go to 2 open, 2 pull off open on the G. So we have. Okay, then it does all the same stuff again, and there's a second low end. I mean, they do kind of like a different ending each time. So you can just kind of mess around with different endings. It depends on which one you want to do there. They do one like that. That's always been one of my favorites. So that's how you play that first riff of Sweet Home Alabama. I forgot what song we were on. All right, Sweet Child O' Mine. Everyone knows this riff. The ultimate kind of like pentatonic-ish workout here. I think I remember Slash saying like he created that. It was just an exercise for him, and ended up, you know, obviously being Sweet Child O' Mine. So basically, it has this repeating sequence that happens, you know, 4 times in a row, but you're only really changing the first note of each one. So we go to 12 on the D, then we're going to go to 15 on the B, then I go to 14, 12 on the G. Okay. Now I'm going to go 15 on the high string. I do it all with these 3 fingers, and that's just because I saw Slash do it like this when I originally learned it. So I just keep on trucking that way. 15 on the high, back to 14 on the G. Then I roll this finger down to get 14 on the high, and then 14 on the G. I think that's how Slash does it. I can't remember. Now once you have that, you pretty much have them all down, to be honest. We're going to do that twice. Now all we're going to do is change our bass note from that D note up to an E. So you just go to 14 on the D. 13, then you go to 12 on the G. Back to 12 on the D. And all those other notes stay exactly the same. So there's really not much. Once you have that first one down, you've kind of got them all. I remember when I first learned that, that was an exciting moment. Because to me it sounded like everything was different, but that one really was not. You know, then... So how could we leave out the most overplayed song ever? Smoke on the Water. Another one I've seen people play different ways. You know, obviously the open, you could just play open D, open G. That's how I play it, and I'm picking it with my fingers. You could get the same notes by holding down 5th fret on the A and the D. Whatever you want. I just like the sound of open strings, to be honest. So I go open on the D and G, 3rd fret on the B, then 5th fret. Then we go open again, 3rd fret, and then 6th fret to 5th fret on the D and G. So I go open, 3, 5, open, 3, 6, 5. And I go open, 3, 5, 3, open. That one part is so heavy in that song. Where would we be without Crazy Train? It's one of the first cool riffs that a lot of people learn. It's this awesome little F-sharp pedal thing down here. And like I said, I'm just joking around with this stuff. You know, play whatever riffs you want in music stores. These are just ones you hear all the time. If you went to the Zach Wild version, just throw a bunch of pinch harmonics in there. But you'd have 2nd fret on the lowest string. You're going to palm mute that twice. Then you go to 4th fret on the A. We're basically doing this F-sharp minor, kind of like A, F-sharp Aeolian kind of scale here. So we go 2nd fret twice on the low string, then 4th fret, then you go 2nd fret on the low again, then 5th fret, 2nd fret, 4th fret, back 2nd fret. So then now I use my pinky here. You could use open strings if you wanted to, but I'm just going to show you this way. You're going to go to 2nd fret on the A, then you're going to go 5, 4, 5 on the low. And I'm going to go back to 2nd fret. Then I'm going to go 5, 4 open. So. And the final one, No Stairway Denied. And man, I tell you what, you still hear the song so much. Basically, Stairway, you know, is incredibly iconic, and You know, it starts out with this nice little A minor chord. Lots of different ways to play A minors, of course. Except that one was out of tune. So good job for me not playing that chord correctly. So basically we're just gonna hold down 7 on the D string and then 5 on the G, B, and high. Now this is an A minor. You're gonna go and pick straight through this one. And I'm palming my pick and my fingers. You can kind of see I'm just using my fingers to do this. Next one you're gonna go to, I'm still barring 5th fret, but I'm gonna take my middle finger and go to 7th fret on the D. I'm sorry, 6th fret on the D, and my pinky will now be on 7th fret on the high E. Now you're gonna pick the D and the high E together. Then you're gonna go B, G, E. So we have. Do the same thing, but we're gonna shift our chord. We're gonna bar 5th fret from the D string down, and just get that 8 on the high E string. So we have. Now we're going to this D shape. You're gonna go to, I'm barring 2nd fret from the D string down, but I have my ring finger on 4th fret on the D and my middle finger on 3rd fret of the B. Picking is exactly the same. High E and D, then B, G, E. Gonna go to an F major 7 here. And what I'm doing here is just simply, I have 1st fret on the B, 2nd fret on the G, and 3rd fret on the D, and then the high string's open, very much like your normal F major, but we have that E note being added in there. So we're gonna go high E and B again. Now this one starts everything out the same, where you go high E and D, then B, G, B, E, B, G, a little bit longer of a sequence. So we're going to go to 2nd fret on the A string, and you're going to play that, and at the same time, G and B open. Then you're going to go to open A, and 1st fret on the B, and 2nd fret on the G. Kind of ending on the A minor. Then it goes open, 8, 7. Messed up stairway. Alright guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Who am I waving to over there? Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you would, let me know your 5 riffs that you think should never be played at a guitar store ever again. I could have made a list of a bunch of them actually, but you know what? They're all riffs that I play, so I didn't want to do riffs. So I'll see you guys later. And until next time, peace out, homies. Keep on rocking. And I will see you later. High five it up, yo.